If you have a mental illness and your symptoms are kicking into overdrive, is it best to hide it from your kids or have an honest conversation with them? I'm going to share my non-clinical opinion. Kids are very astute. They might not pay attention to everything you have to say, but they observe every nuance of our behavior. It's hard to hide things from them. They know when something's up. They just know. Think about when you were a kid. I'm sure even today you could recall when your parents were acting differently and tried concealing the source of their demeanor. Chances are it would have been healthy for you and the family unit to know what was going on. If you live with depression, anxiety, a personality disorder, or any other mental illness, it is appropriate to sit down with your kids and have an open discussion. It's not a display of weakness, nor is it foisting your problem onto them. However, you do need to have a strategic approach. First, you have to be in the right place, which means that you're being properly treated and managing your symptoms. If you're in the throes of an anxious episode, get through it first, then have the talk. It's a good idea to leverage your therapist on how to have the conversation. Second, comfort your kids by assuring them that you're okay. Younger children, especially those around the ages of 6 and 7, commonly experience what's called thanatophobia, which is the fear of death or dying. It's a primal fear, and it makes sense that they'll worry that they may lose you. Emphasize that you are getting help and therefore taking care of your health. Third, explain what your condition is to them. If you've discussed a sick relative with your kids, like a grandparent suffering from cancer, then you can educate them about your mental illness. Let's say you have an anxiety disorder. You can say that the reason why you get distracted or you're exhausted is because you've been feeling anxious feelings and they make you worry a lot. Fourth, give your kids the space they need to absorb all of this. Rather than immediately checking for their understanding, allow them to process what you've told them, and when they're ready, they'll likely come to you with questions. But if they don't approach you after a few days, you can always check in and ask them how they feel about what you discussed. It's important to note that your child's age is a significant variable. The younger they are, it's better to keep the conversation higher level. And the older, you can go into more detail. But definitely see what your therapist has to say about this. If this brought you any value, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. I'd love to hear from you, so please take a second and say hello in the comments and let me know what you thought about the video. See you next time.